right, I'm gonna try to not fall as I'm saying this, but this is the Koko Head Railway Trail hike to the top of that mountain, and we're in Oahu, Honolulu, Hawaii. Declan and I flew in last night. This is our 50th state for the 50 States Hitchhiking Challenge. 92 days, 135 drivers, and hitchhiked the lower 48, took a ferry to Alaska, and got plane tickets from a flight attendant to Hawaii, which is awesome. I was here back in 2021, right after COVID, when I dropped out of school. I came here for 6 weeks in March because the tickets were like $300. And I hiked up this mountain. It took me, 10 minutes, 11 minutes that time, which is like crazy. Like 900 feet of vert in that amount of time is just insane for a half mile. But I did it just now in 16 minutes. So definitely losing a little bit of my speed. It is cool though to be back here and just like mentally, so much happens in such a short amount of time. So I'm gonna take a second just to appreciate this, right? Because when I was here back in 2021, that's when I thought of the 50 States Challenge in general. I was like, you know what, it'd be so cool to go to all 50 states. Let me make sure, yeah, we're recording. And it was just very much an idea at that point because I was a 19-year-old kid with no money, literally no money, and no idea of how I was gonna make it, and just an idea of making social media work. And I don't know, I think you just move towards it one step at a time, literally, and you move mountains, right? So now that I've gone to all 50 states 4 times now, just a little brief note of encouragement just to keep moving forward. How are we feeling? We're getting there.
Thanks,
Great work. You too. Keep climbing, keep climbing. Don't worry about other people's pace. Just keep climbing. It took me 4 years to be here, right? Did I think that it would have happened a lot faster? 100%. In 2021, I thought it was going to happen. 2022, I thought it was going to happen. 2023, 2024. So, I don't know, every single time you kind of learn, it takes a lot more time than you think, but it's a lot better than you could imagine, right? So, if you just keep moving forward, you'll make progress that'll compound, and it'll be worth it. And it won't look like what you thought it's going to look like, right? Last year I ran a marathon in all 50 states. I was not a runner in high school. In middle school, my middle school cross-country coach, he actually saw that I did the marathon challenge, and he reached out and he said, hey, there's no way that's Wyatt Moss from my middle school cross-country team. Yeah, it was, because in cross-country, I was the slowest guy on the team, literally. My best friend, Tyler and I, we were the slowest guys on the team. Tyler with his pale red face and me with my pale red face. And it's so funny to see how much can change, because now, out of all the friends in our friend group, we've run the most marathons. We were the slowest on the team, and we just stuck with it. So there we go. You're doing great. He can't hear me, he's got headphones on. But it's all about the thought that counts, Yeah. It's not gonna look like what you thought it was gonna look like, but it'll be so much better than you could ever imagine. You just gotta keep moving forward, and then you learn and you implement better results, right? Was it this hitchhiking all it could have been and more? No. And I definitely could have done things better, but now I have more of an idea of how to do the next time better, right? So many people want the first time to be just perfect, and that's just not how it works in anything. I'll take a breather for a second. It's never perfect on the first try, but you learn, you iterate. And if you're trying to just make it perfect on the first one, you probably don't have what it takes to make it over the long run, because once you do it, just mentally put yourself there, right? If it would have worked out all in 2021 and I had been to all 50 states, I think, that was the year that we did the 50 states, 50 days, but just like the college tour, everything like that. There we go. Let's get it. Let's take the college tour, for example. 2022, I tried to go to all the major colleges around the US in 100 days. 100 colleges in 100 days. Completely failed. It ended up being just a road trip. It took me 84 days because I wanted just to be done with it. The continuing theme of all this is that I just want it to be over with, because when I bite off more than I can chew, I do it, and it's a great story. It's a great experience. Changed me at the core, but is it all it could have been? Probably not. You're almost there. It's tough. It's also the sunniest time of the day. So, if it would have worked out though, then I wouldn't have learned all these lessons, and then would I be able to replicate it? And would I have the appreciation? This is a big thing that I talked about on the ferry to Alaska with Kati. She's a German who's visiting the US for the first time, and she decided to fly to Montana and hitchhike to Washington and take a ferry. And we spent 3 days, her, me, and Declan, together just talking on the ferry. And one of the main things we talked about was how rules get taken for granted. Blessings get taken for granted. There's just so many things, innate abilities or interests or circumstances or whatever it is, like so much gets taken for granted, especially in the social media, quick click, today's day and age, So, had I succeeded in 2022 and it just worked out overnight, then I would have taken it for granted. And then who knows what would have happened. Maybe I would have been one of these content creators that succeeds at a massive level, but there'd be no appreciation, right? Or I'd get sucked into a dark hole and I'd get lost to, all the wanting more and more likes and more money, or the attention, or what's the word when you try to do bigger and better every single time. So I'm glad that it's taking this long because I have more appreciation. I've learned more. I can replicate it. This is more sustainable long term. It makes for a better story. It's been the most character gut-wrenching challenge of a lifetime these past 4 years, right? I am who I am today because it's taken so long. And if I hadn't been through all those difficult challenges, then who knows? I definitely wouldn't be as strong at the core as I am. I wouldn't be able to take on mountains. So, just a note of encouragement. Give yourself some more time and some lenience. And this is advice that I need to hear as well, just because I'm always on the wave of just trying to make it all happen today. Give yourself more time, learn from the experience, and it'll make for a better story. All right, on us. How's it going?